Welcome back to Rosalind's Kitchen. Tonight we are making steak with garlic herb butter. Now, as those of you who have followed me know, my father does not eat steak very well anymore. Therefore, the steak, for him anyway, not for me, is going to be ground up. And my thing just popped loose. Isn't that nice? Anyway, it's going to be ground, hopefully. And because ground beef is about his style right now. So, meanwhile, I have zucchinis. I have chives. Chive. I have cheddar cheese, garlic, a buttermilk dill seasoning, butter. You gotta have butter with buttermilk, I guess. Black pepper. Apparently they didn't think I had any. And sour cream. Oh, and potatoes. So we're going to get started, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get my thing to work with me. I have my doubts about it. Anyway, I'll be back. Alright, so I am going to endeavor to grind my steak. Alright. We are up. Well, Houston, we have a problem. I'll be back. All right, we seem to be having success now. So, but it is a lesson in you get what you pay for. This was not a very expensive meat grinder, and it's showing. But it's ground, so there we are. All right, so it has been ground up. My professional opinion of that particular grinder is that it is a piece of crap, but it did get the job done. Sort of, kind of, maybe. So now let us move on to the other stuff, like cutting up my zucchini. Alright, so let me tip this down here. We are cutting our zucchini about 1/2-inch pieces. And it is going to be cooked on the stove. For once, I don't have to have an oven. Someone said recently, "Oh, good, you got your oven fixed." I said, no, I didn't. My oven is not fixed. My oven is still crazy as all get out. This, let me see if I can get it aimed right. This is my oven. It is sitting on the rack right next to the microwave. And we've got plastic over the top of it so that it doesn't like melt anything above it. And it seems to be working all right there. See, our cookbooks are below. But that is our main oven. Our oven may or may not heat up depending on its mood at that day. All right, so now the zucchini is all cut up. Now I move on to cutting up my potatoes in big old chunks so that it can be cooked. Except that I'm supposed to make mashed potatoes out of it, and big old chunks really does not work so well, so we will be cutting them to smaller chunks. Alright, so there are my potatoes all cut up. I'm going to be putting them in some water with a teaspoon of salt and cooking them for about 20 minutes. Alright, so there's my chives, looking a little worse for the wear. I think they kind of got old, but they're there. Alright, so now I'm mincing my garlic. 2 cloves. Put them in my little mincer thing here. And so, who am I beating up today? I really don't know. My back, I'd like to beat up on my back because my back is beating up on me. So, back, this is for you. I think I need to beat up on my back a little bit more. Pretty well beat. Oh, if only it were that easy. All right, so now I must pat my steaks dry and, well, I'm not patting the hamburger part of it dry, and then season them. So, let me get my one the one I'm eating. Okay, so now I'm going to put 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and a little bit of the coarse pepper that they provided. So, and I'm seasoning my other, and let me see, where's my coarse pepper? That's not it. There it is. All right, so a little coarse pepper, pat you in, turn you over, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt on this side, and a little coarse pepper, and coarse pepper. I added the liquid that I patted dry from the other one just to make my hamburger here a little bit more juicy. Juicy! So anyway, now the hamburger and the steak have been patted dry. Now it is time to start cooking. So let's get going. Alright, so now we are going to cook our steaks. Well, my steak and Dad's hamburger. We're going to cook it for 1 minute on one side, and then we will turn it over. So, I'll be back. Alright, so one of my steaks, is ready, and the other one is not quite ready because you need to cook the hamburger just a little bit more. Then I will put them in the oven and keep them warm until I'm done with everything else. So, alright, so now I'm adding my sour cream, if I can get the dumb thing open. Fine, be like that. There we go. Sour cream, open. Alright, in you go. See, before I started doing these meals, it never, ever would have occurred to me to stick sour cream in my potatoes. I don't know, it just didn't. Alright, so sour cream, buttermilk seasoning, cheese. My glasses are not cooperating for the whole, being able to read. Half the butter. There we go. And a pinch of salt. Pinch. I know, I don't need to say pinch when I pinch salt, but I like doing it, so there we are. Alright, now I'm going to mash them. And you could not ask for better potatoes than that. Alright, so, and now it says cover and set aside. So I'm going to set it in the oven with the other, with the steak. So